about superheating process and subcooling or undercooling process. So we know that the refrigerant which is coming out of the evaporator, it is in the superheated form. So we can represent the process on pH and TS diagram. So if it is in superheated form, process will be like this. We have to take point 1 dash here, and same if you compress this refrigerant, superheated form of refrigerant, point will be 2 dash by isentropic compression process, right? Superheating process. One to two. Similarly, on TS diagram, it will be 1 dash, 2 dash by centropic compression 1 dash, 2 dash. Right. So the enthalpy during this isentropic compression will be the work required for the compression for this process will be H2 dash minus H1 dash. Instead, H2 minus H1. Right. So superheating process is generally desirable process because due to superheating we increases the life of compressor. Again, generally 5 degree of superheat, that is temperature difference between saturated liquid line temperature and T1 dash temperature. This temperature difference we can say, or this temperature difference we can say 5 degree temperature difference reduces. Specific volume will get increases, that's why capacity of compressor will get reduces. Again, we can see here from refrigerating effect by without compression process, that is refrigeration effect without superheating, that is H1 minus H4 refrigeration effect is equal to, and with the help of superheating process H1 dash minus H4, that is without and with superheating. So refrigeration effect will get increases again, but there may be chances to increase the work required for compression of particular refrigerant. So if you want to increase the life of compressor, so we can prefer the superheating compression process. So this hashing line will indicate the superheating process. Hashing line will indicate superheating process. Superheating. Similarly here. Okay. So now let's see the undercooling or subcooling process. So in undercooling process, the refrigerant which is coming out of the condenser is in the form of liquid, right? So we will get the third point, that is outlet at saturated liquid line. But if you cool that refrigerant again by providing a separate subcooler, like here, by providing a separate subcooler. So by doing this we can decrease the temperature of particular refrigerant like this. We follow a subcooling process. By doing this we can decrease the temperature So by subcooling process, as the temperature is decreases, so whatever the vapor content remains after the condensation, it will be completely getting flashing out, and that's why the refrigeration effect will get increases. So refrigeration effect, you can see here 4 double dash, right? If you plot this process here, it will be 4 double dash, right? So that is the undercooling process or subcooling process. By flashing out a particular liquid refrigerant, the piston displacement is again increases, right? So first refrigeration effect will be as compared to without subcooling will be like this without subcooling and with subcooling. So by subcooling, refrigeration effect will be H1 minus H4 double dash, and it will be H1 minus H4 without subcooling. Without subcooling, it will be like this. So as there are dual effect, we increase the refrigeration effect, and as the piston displacement increases, the work required for the compressor, work for the compression is decreases. So if you see the formula of COP, that is refrigeration effect upon work of compression. So as the refrigeration effect increases and work of compression again decreases, ultimate effect will be the COP of particular system with undercooling process will definitely increases. So that is the advantages why the subcooling is desirable. Okay, so if you compare the both two process, that is superheating and subcooling process. In subcooling process, we will get the higher COP, but in superheating process, the particular life of compressor will get increases. Okay, so this is subcooling.